Well, hello everyone, Spencer here, also known as ScreenSpeak, and in today's video, this is my spoiler thoughts on the 2025 live-action remake of How to Train My Dragon, or How to Train Your Dragon, which you can do right here. So without further ado, let's discuss. Alrighty, guys. So as I just mentioned, this is a spoiler review for How to Train Your Dragon, and I got my How to Train Your Dragon Toothless from Burger King right here, and I got this one, which I think is a Zippleback, or maybe one of the little ones, and then I got one of the thingies right here that Astrid rides, and I have one of the Monstrous Nightmares right here, but I believe this is the Natter right here. Remember the name, Natter. Okay, I got it. Whew. Right there. And those are all the Burger King toys right there. Monstrous Nightmare, the Matter. I wish this was. This is not a Gronkle. Well, this is something. And I got Toothless right here. So I got that. Those are cool. My birthday was just a little bit ago. My parents were like, or my mom was like, "Here's a little late birthday present," and I was like, "Cool. I love How to Train Your Dragon." And I saw this movie. I also made a vlog with my friend. Very funny. My one friend Michael, who you've seen before, didn't go to this movie. And my friend that I went to see it with, Jonathan, he gave his thoughts, and we liked the movie. He thought that it was a wrong mistake that Michael didn't go. I agree. We saw this movie in IMAX, by the way. This was such a great IMAX experience, because I was like, I wish I was going to see other IMAX movies this year. I was like, which movie should I see in IMAX this year? Avatar? I don't know what's happening to Avatar right now. I hope it gets released. Hope a trailer comes out for it. But I saw this movie in IMAX, and I'm gonna see F1 in IMAX. So happy about that, because these two movies feel like IMAX experiences. I passed on the Mission Impossible IMAX experience. I'm passing on the Superman IMAX experience. Can you even see Superman in IMAX? Maybe you can. I think you can. Regardless, this, like, my poster, like, my phone says, like, How to Train Your Dragon filmed for IMAX. It was so good. It was so good. And my friend, like, had Movie Pass, and I'm like, I don't even have to pay for my ticket. He's like, let's just go see IMAX. I'm like, I'm down. And I got the Stitch shirt on because it's a cute shirt. I said this in my vlog, I don't have a Toothless shirt. So I wore the next cutest thing. I wore this to my Stitch, the new live-action Lilo and Stitch. But this is way better. This is the best live-action remake they've made. The movie theater Hollywood has made. And let me tell you, Disney's done some things. I thought the Lilo and Stitch one was fine, but leaving Gantu out, Captain Gantu out, was a big, huge, gigantic mistake. No pun intended, because he is gigantic. But like, it'd be like saying in How to Train Your Dragon, you're going to do that and leave the Green Dead that bit. That's a mistake. That's a mistake, because then you're not like, listen, then you're not battling the big thing that came before. Like, yes, do live-action remakes need to exist? Do they need to exist? The answer can be no. But this is an exception where, or me and my friend Jonathan were talking, like, this is one that is very fun. And I love the creativeness they take. Like, I love the dragons, the designs of the dragons. I love the cast here. Some of it feels a little flat, but I love the acting, the cast they bring in. The kid from Deadpool 2, who is Fish Legs, peak. I mean, just perfect cast. Mason Thames from The Black Phone, who's going to be in The Black Phone 2 this year, can't wait for that. Who's Hiccup, perfect. The dad back as Gerard Butler as the dad, perfect. Nails it. I love Astrid Nico Parker, who's in Last of Us, just one episode, but perfect as Astrid. I don't know why people are mad about that. Mad about Astrid, like they were like, you should race swap Astrid. Like, okay, guys, calm down, calm down. Just wait to watch the acting. And it's perfect. I love the cast all around. The twins, Snotlow, Rough Nut, Tough Nut, the Snotlow, great. By the way, Peter Snuffleupagus, I forget his last name, who plays the live-action Tick and who's done other roles, who's in, better yet, I just realized, he's friends with Nick Frost. Nick Frost is, oh my god, what's his frickin' face? Nick Frost is Gobber the Belch. He's in Hot Fuzz, or he's in Shaun of the Dead. He might be in Hot Fuzz. He might be in all of the Cornetto trilogy. But Peter Snuffleupagus, whereas with Nick Frost in Shaun of the Dead. So they knew each other. And he plays Spitlout, Snotlout's dad. Oh, it was so good. And I'm like, I think that's what's his face. Like, I kept seeing him. The guy who's voiced by David Tennant in the original. And I'm like, bro, it's what's his face. That was cool. I saw that in the credits. And I said to Jonathan, I'm like, I think that's what's his face. I'm like, oh, it is. Caught the credits. Very cool. Dean DeBlois coming back was great. And those are all my thoughts right there. Just, I loved the directing choices, by the way. The set design, it's set filmed in Iceland, and I was like, it was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now, is this a shot for shot? Mostly. Do I like that? I do. I like, there's things that I agree and disagree with. That being, I thought the opening was, like, I agree with Jonathan when he said, my friend, he goes, the opening felt a little rushed, like, and not forced, but like, you're not hearing all the dialogue because the music is either amped up, like the sound effects are amped up. But I'm like, listen, the music's so good. And he pointed out that there was a little bit more original music from the soundtrack. But I'm like, guys, the soundtrack holds up. Like rearrange the soundtrack. Like it didn't, like the soundtrack didn't hit the right way because of the beats in this new film. But I'm like, I just love the soundtrack so much. Hearing it in this live-action form just was beyond amazing. And seeing this on like an IMAX screen, it was so gorgeous to see. Like I rewatched the first one last night before watching it in theaters today, and I'm just like, it's so good. And then seeing it in live action is like, it's just so cute too. Like I've been waiting for this, and I was waiting for the live-action Lilo and Stitch because I rewatched the original. During the new year, like after the new year hit, and like the live-action Lilo and Stitch was fine, but I think just because it wasn't exactly the same. Not that I need movies to be exactly the same, but there's something about like the magic wasn't there for Lilo and Stitch, right? Jumba is a completely different character. I think that's why I like the live-action Lilo and Stitch, but not enough to say, yeah, this is on par with the original. But where I can say that is with the live-action How to Train Your Dragon. You say, is there a live-action counterpart to this? And you go, yeah, there is. It's really good. And that's something I feel like, because, like, I love, like, dragon movie, like, Harry Potter, there's, like, flying creatures. There's no, like, dragons in there, maybe. I don't know, but, like, these, like, flying things and, like, like, fantasy movies. I like fantasy movies. And How to Train a Dragon as a live-action is just peak. It's literally peak. As Jonathan said, like, it's not an S-tier movie because the original animated one is S-tier. Maybe all the 3 animated ones are S-tier. But then you get into this one, and you're like, it's still an A-tier movie. There's some flaws, but it's an A-tier movie. Because it's peak, the action's peak, the acting is peak, even if there's a little bit of flaws. But, I love the romance between Nico Parker and Mason Thames. Their chemistry, like, what they're building it out. There's like a little couple lines that are flat, but the way it plays for the story beats, it's just so cute. And it's, I just ate this movie up. I came out of it going, the music is still playing in my head when we went to get dinner and then get ice cream at Cold Stone. And I'm like, this music's still playing in my head because I love it so much that I'm like, it didn't ruin the film. They could have just been like, let's create a whole new original score, but if they did that, it might have been different. It might have taken away the vibe of what made the original so perfect. And I think that's what the use of those original score, using it in this, makes it so elevated, in my opinion. And that's just my taste. Like, I like it so much that I'm like, yes. Yes, across the board. And I think that's one of my issues with the live-action Lilo and Stitch, is that they used, like, the Hawaiian music. And then, you remember Alan Silvestri did the original score? And now, not that this score, I listened to the new live-action How to Train Your, Lilo and Stitch score on its own. And it's fine, but the movie itself, like I said, Jumba's a different character, there's different things in it, that it makes me go, Like, Snow White's awful. Snow White's awful, and I can say what I don't like about, like, Mulan and Pinocchio. But Lilo and Stitch is I like it as a live-action movie. But if you're like, I'm going to watch Lilo and Stitch, I'm going to go watch the original. How to Train Your Dragon, I would tell you, which one do you want to watch on what day? Do you want to watch the original, or do you want to watch the live action? Because both of them are perfect, great in their own separate ways, right? That's what I'm telling you, and that's what I'll say till the day I die. Because literally, it's just epic. It's just epic. It's like an epic fantasy movie. I'm not downplaying that. I'm not being, I'm not. It's not a hyperbole when I say that. I am speaking the honest truth. I thought that from the trailer. I had a little bit of skepticism, like, okay, how is it going to hold up? My friend Jonathan said the same thing, like, okay, is it going to be good? But just the way it plays out. By the way, the elder who, like, says, like, picking Astrid or picking Hiccup, I don't even know who that was until they said, oh, until they were picking Hiccup. I was like, oh my gosh. I said to Jonathan, oh, that's the elder. Of course it is. But everything else. And another thing I love about this movie is that Toothless is so, his design is great. Like I mentioned, all the not dinosaurs, all the dragons are so good in how they create them, make them not look cartoony, but Toothless is the one that looks most like himself from the animated one. And the test drive scene, like him flying, the flying scenes are just perfect. Like I mentioned, Jonathan said that the flying scene, or not flying scene, the music didn't line up like it did in the original, but I was just eating up all the moments, like all the like cinematography and like the landscapes, and then the music coincided with that, just the gorgeousness of the design. I just loved it. I just loved the flying. I just loved all of it. So that's just something I couldn't get enough of in this film. Really loved it. But everything else, like I said, the cast, the music, there's a little bit of story beats that are weak. Like there's a couple. I said in my vlog, there's two that when Hiccup goes in the original, excuse me, Barmaid, I think you forgot to order me the right son. I ordered extra meat on this one, lass. With extra beef on the side, like that. That's not in there. I missed that line. And I also missed when a very crucial line, these are the two moments that I missed, that I paid attention to. When Hiccup goes, everything we know about you is wrong with the little dragon, when he's petting it, and Toothless is eating the food. That was a crucial one. Just because it's a crucial line, everything we know about you is wrong. There was a lot of repeated lines in this one that I really was appreciative that they kept in. But those two were the things I was like, not expecting, but recognized that weren't in it. Everything else was really good. Was really good. And like I said, the soundtrack elevates the movie. It's like I'm not saying that they should do this. It's like if they did a live action Incredibles and they took out the main Incredibles theme. Like, why? Like, why would you do that? Like, it's things like that. Like, Lilo and Stitch had, like I said, had the Incredibles, what? Had the Hawaiian music. But it's like if you took out one of the themes. Like, I haven't listened to the original Lilo and Stitch soundtrack. But there's just things about it that don't work. Like the new film. But this live action How to Train Your Dragon, when it comes out on streaming, I'm watching it again. I'm watching it again on 4K. Like, it's so good. And like I said, my friend Michael, he missed out. We put that in the vlog. He's wrong to miss out. This was a perfect IMAX experience. I cannot wait for holy crap, F1 in IMAX. That'll be the day. It's coming up soon, end of June. But what a way to end June. Can't wait for this. But I did mention this as a spoiler review. It was just a little review. But I had a great time at this. I had a great time with seeing this with some good friends of mine. My friend Jonathan and another friend of his. We went, his parents. And it was just a blast to see this in IMAX. Like the Dragons designs, all of them really. So I can't wait for F1. Let me know what you thought of this. I got another IMAX movie to see later. And maybe Avatar. But who knows? I don't know. I can't wait. Be sure to click the card up there if you want to watch the vlog I made with my friend Jonathan and to hear his thoughts as well. So yeah, there's just lots of things about this that I loved. And there was an original end, the You Are My Homeward by John Powell. John Powell does the score. That was original, and Jonathan, my friend, was like, oh, they made this original at the end of the movie. Why did they do this? I don't know. They just did. Okay? Sue me. I didn't make the movie. Gosh, why are you yelling at me for? I don't know. But it was very good overall. And, like, the end credits, like, it goes into, like, it's great animation credit. Or it's great, like, it's like scenery of Iceland, and then it's, like, the book text. Oh, so good. So good. I love this movie a lot. Can't wait to watch it again. Gonna have to have Michael over at my house to watch this again once it comes out. So good. I'm gonna give this. I want to say an A+. I want to say an A+. Maybe an A-. It's gonna be an A-. S tier, A tier, S tier for the original, A tier for this one, and it's gonna be. I think the original is a 10 out of 10. This one's an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna do that. 8 out of 10 and 4 out of 5 stars on LetterBoxd. So that's my review. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Be sure to let me know if you plan to see the live action How to Train Your Dragon. I highly recommend it. It's one of the films out there. Thunderbolts, highly recommend. This, highly recommend. Lilo and Stitch, I highly recommend, but I recommend you go see this one first, actually. And what else? F1, I highly recommend when I go see that. Just kidding. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm really excited for it. Stay tuned for me when I go see F1 in IMAX later this month. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and watch the screen. Peace out, everyone. Bye.